The Directive Principles of State Policy of India are the guidelines or 15 principles given to the federal institutes governing the state of India, to be kept in citation while framing laws and policies. These provide Part 4 of the Constitution of India, are not enforceable by any court, but the principles laid down there are considered in the governance of the country, making it the duty of the state to apply these principles in making laws to establish a just society in the country. The principles have been inspired by the directive principles given in the Constitution of Ireland, which is related to social justice, economic welfare, foreign policy, and legal and administrative matters. Hence, not only that the directive principles of the Indian Constitution have been greatly influenced by the directive principles of social policy. The idea of such policies can be traced to the Declaration of the Rights of Man and the Citizen proclaimed by revolutionary France and the Declaration of Independence by the American colonies. The Indian Constitution was also influenced by the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Let's explain each directive principle. The state shall strive to minimize the inequalities in income and endeavor to eliminate economic inequality as well as inequalities in status and opportunities, not only among individuals but also among groups of people residing in different areas or engaged in different vocations per Article 38. The state shall aim for securing the right to an adequate means of livelihood for all citizens, both men and women, as well as equal pay for equal work for both men and women. The state should work to prevent the concentration of wealth and means of production in a few hands, and try to ensure that ownership and control of the material resources are distributed to best serve the common good. Child abuse and exploitation of workers should be prevented. Children should be allowed to develop healthily and should be protected against exploitation and moral and material abandonment per Article 39. The state shall provide free legal aid to ensure that equal opportunities for securing justice are ensured to all, and is not denied because of economic or other disabilities per Article 39A. The state shall also work for an organization of village panchayats and help enable them to function as units of self-government per Article 40. The state shall endeavor to provide the right to work, to education, and public assistance in cases of unemployment, old age, sickness, and disablement, within the limits of economic capacity per Article 41, as well as provide for justice and humane conditions of work and maternity relief per Article 42. The state should also ensure a living wage and proper working conditions for workers, with full enjoyment of leisure and social and cultural activities. Also, the promotion of cottage industries in rural areas is one of the obligations of the state per Article 43. The state shall take steps to promote their participation in the management of industrial undertakings per Article 43A. Also, the state shall endeavor to secure a uniform civil code for all citizens per Article 44 and provide early childhood care and education for all children until they complete the age of 6 years per Article 45. This directive regarding the education of children was updated by the 86th Amendment Act, 2002. It should work for the economic and educational upliftment of scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and other weaker sections of the society per Article 46. The directive principles commit the state to raise the level of nutrition and the standard of living and to improve public health, particularly by prohibiting intoxicating drinks and drugs injurious to health except for medicinal purposes per Article 47. It should also organize agriculture and animal husbandry on modern and scientific lines by improving breeds and prohibiting the slaughter of cows, calves, other milch, and draught cattle per Article 48. It should protect and improve the environment and safeguard the forests and wildlife of the country per Article 48A. This directive, regarding the protection of forests and wildlife, was added by the 42nd Amendment Act, 1976. Protection of monuments, places, and objects of historic and artistic interest and national importance against destruction and damage per Article 49, and separation of judiciary from the executive in public services per Article 50 is also the obligations of the state as laid down in the Directive principles. Finally, Article 51 ensures that the state shall strive for the promotion and maintenance of international peace and security, justice and honorable relations between nations, respect for international law and treaty obligations, as well as settlement of international disputes by arbitration.